Sean Carlson, Black Shag United Enterprises. Do you have a line trimmer in which you don't know how to put the line on it? Which way to spool the line and why? Well, you've come to the right channel because I'm going to explain to you how to do that. Here we go. Okay, so on this one here, let's say there was no markings on here whatsoever and there was no marking there. Maybe you don't even have a guard, but what you do have is a weed whacker and you want to put line on it. Now, when you take the head off, you're going to go either this way or this way when you put your line in. Now, how do you do that? Well, let's look at the back of this thing here. On this particular one, hold on. On this particular one, you've got an arrow which tells you the direction that the rewind is pulling. Sometimes you will not even have that arrow. So what you got to do is take this cover off or look inside the engine here and pull the rewind and find out which way that the flywheel is turning. Is it turning clockwise or counterclockwise? Once you find that out, then you will find out which way that the head is turning. Now we're going to talk about some specifics here, and I got a drawing right here. There is a very distinguishable difference between a curved shaft weed whacker and a straight shaft. And the difference is this, aside from the fact that it's being curved and straight, when you are looking down, you're on a bird's eye view looking down, okay? And it's, this picture here is similar to this one when you look at it. Okay, so in this picture, the line is traveling in this direction with the black arrow. So it's coming around, going like this, around in circles, and it's hitting its head on the cutter. Now, you see that cutter right there, it's very important. That cutter is actually this piece of crap right here, which is on this one, which is it's missing a part. The cutter will tell you which way the direction the line is traveling. If it's right here, then that means you know it's traveling this way. If the cutter was right here, then you know that the line is traveling this way. Okay? So, on a curved shaft, your line cutter or the engine will tell you which way the line is traveling, this way or this way. One of the things that you need to know is whatever the direction of the head is spinning, the direction of the line when you spool it has to go into the opposite direction. That is the general rule. When you spool your line, you're spooling it in the opposite direction that the head is turning. Now, we have a difference here because on this particular one, it's a straight shaft, okay? And some weed whackers turn one way or the other, depending on the manufacturer's recommendations. But you know what? On a straight shaft, it turns the opposite direction of the line head as opposed to the curved shaft. Okay? Now, on this one, the head spins this way. Okay, it spins counterclockwise looking down. But the motor of this spins clockwise. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. And I was wondering, how the hell is that possible? Okay, the fact of the matter is, everything is correct. The rewind spins clockwise. The head spins counterclockwise on a straight shaft only. And that is because of this gear head right here. You see that? There is gears which are in here, which is causing us to go the reverse direction. So for this to happen, for the line to change the direction of the motor, is only on a straight shaft. On a curved shaft, the motor will spin with the head. Okay? And the only reason why this is possible for a straight shaft is because of that. Okay, now, one of the things that I want to talk about is the line head here. What if you spooled it the wrong way? Well, I'm going to answer that question for you with this picture. You see that gear there? That is the gear that your line is spooled to, and it has stops onto the body that those teeth grab. Those teeth grab onto those little things onto here. Those teeth grab those when you bump the head and the line comes out. Now, the centrifugal force of the line wants to pull that direction in those blue arrows. And if you have it spooled this way, then that means this head will turn in this direction. It may or may not grab. If you had the line spooled the opposite way, in this direction, then that means this head will turn this way. Now, that line will grab this head and spin it. So either this direction or this direction, because of how you spooled it. And those teeth will grab onto that in one way or another, and you will find out if it is working. The best way to find out if it's working is to spool it the right way, and then grab it with both hands, grab it right close to the edge, right there, and hit the button with both hands, and then you can pull it out. If you cannot pull it out when you hit that button, that means you have it spooled the wrong way. So I'm going to hook my phone up to a stand, and we're going to look at that. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to put my thumbs right there, and then I'm going to hit the bump head. I'm going to press it down with both fingers. I'm going to pull right here. I'm going to pull this line out like that. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Pushing down. Okay, you know what? I gotta get this situation a little bit better. Okay, here we go. A little bit better of an angle. Pushing down, pulling out. See? You would not be able to do that if it was spooled the wrong way. Pushing down, pulling out. Pushing down, pulling out. It's like that. Okay? Now, this is spooled the right way. You would not have been able to do that if it was spooled the wrong way. So let me put this on pause, and then we're going to take a look at the internal components of this. So look at the line right here. You see that, how it's spooled going this way compared to the line head, right? So when this is being pulled out by the centrifugal force, this head is spinning this way, right? And remember, it's a straight shaft, so according to our picture here, it's going to go the opposite direction. So, therefore, this is spinning the right way, and the stops that I was talking about are right there. See that stop right there? It's hitting this stop right here. The tooth of this, which looks like a fork, that is hitting this stop right here. So when you push down, when you push down, this spins. Okay, a better angle. When you push down, that goes underneath the tooth. I don't know if you can see a gap there, but it does. It goes underneath the tooth, and now it can go underneath. It can spin. See how it's going under there? And that just lets the line loose until it does it again and hits the next stop. So that's how the bump head works on a weed whacker. That's how it works, and that's why it works. So, remember this diagram that I had showed you and those pictures. And on this one here, we can put this back on here now. Hold on, let me put that back on.
turn this around.